Hey guys, we're going to take a look at the Freeman digital tire inflator. I'll go over the features this thing has, and then we'll go inflate some car tires. Alright, so here's the tire pressure gauge up close, and here we've got the standard air chuck and pressure gauge that I normally use for inflating my tires. It doesn't get much cheaper than this option right here. This one did not come with a 1/4 inch MPT quick connect. This one comes with one attached, and you can thread it out if you don't want to use it, or if you want to, if it's leaking and you want to switch it out, you can remove it. The body is all metal construction, powder coated. I'm assuming it's going to be just a run-of-the-mill steel. We've got brass fittings, a pressure relief valve right here, and a inflation trigger. And then you've got your air chuck that's got a blade that clamps onto the threads of the valve stems and holds it in place so you're not going to be losing any air. The gauge part of this has got two buttons, an on and an off, and it's backlit when it first comes on, and the backlit goes off after I think 20 seconds. And then it's got a function button that changes your unit. So you go from PSI to kilopascals to bar to kilograms force per centimeter squared. Don't know any reason I'd use that one. Then back to PSI. You've also got a battery gauge here on the right. And on the back, you've got your battery compartment. It just pops open, and you've got two AAA batteries in here. Pops right into a quick disconnect. And no leaks or anything, and we're good to go. And then if you have pressure built up, you can release it like this. So if you overinflate, you just push this and let a little pressure out. And obviously, it's measuring the pressure here, not the pressure at the hose. I think I've got this at 90 psi. The max pressure this thing can do is 150. So plenty for any car tires you're going to be doing. And it's got a 1/10 of a psi, and I think it's technically only accurate to plus or minus 1 psi per the specs. All right, let's go take this thing for a spin. And it's pretty readable in direct sunlight, actually. So you just got to squeeze the lever and chuck it on there. And here we go. You can see I'm really low. I'm at 25.9 psi. Just kind of give it a squeeze. Going to 35. So it's not going to be accurate while you're actually airing it up. Alright, and you can see I overinflated a little bit. You've got this relief valve right here. There we go, 35 psi. We're good on that one. Just as a sanity check, I've got two tire pressure gauges here. We'll make sure the digital readout is accurate. We've got right around 34 and a half. And got the standard stick style. Right under 35. So I think we're pretty good. Okay, so obviously the big advantage of this tire inflator is you don't have to take the chuck off and then test the pressure and kind of guess and check and go back and forth a bunch. That's what you've got to do if you're using these. So you've got to fill it up, guess, probably about the right PSI, and then you got to test it and then keep going back and forth, and that's really annoying. So this is a lot faster because it's one shot. For $18, it's like $18.50 or something like that, around there. I think this is a great deal. You can get a little bit cheaper with one very similar to this if you go for a non-digital one with a dial indicator. But this one's just really easy to use, really easy to read. You're not going to have to get the angle right and make sure that dial isn't off a few PSI. So I really like the digital aspect of this. We'll see how it holds up over time, but so far I really love this thing. So hopefully this review was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below, and once again, don't forget to subscribe.